Hey, hello everyone, my name is Chris and welcome to another game review. In this video I'm gonna be reviewing last game on my list of games that I'm gonna be playing constantly on my channel. And yet again this is another big game with a lot of content in a game on a huge scale. And that is Arma 3. Alright, so yeah, I've been in Arma 3 since it came out. Let's say I've been watching this game growing up. Because I've been playing this game since alpha stage, and I really fell in love back with Arma 2, and I've been playing Arma 2 first, and then I moved to Arma 3 when it came out, and that's where I developed my big love for Arma games. And if you want to know what is Arma 3 and what type of game is it, stay with me till the end of this video. Alright, so what is Arma 3? Well, Arma 3 is another game developed by Bohemia Interactive, just like DayZ. So those two games has nothing to do with each other, trust me. Only common thing they have are maybe controls and maybe some sounds or something like that. But when we put it all together, those two games are completely two different games and they really has nothing to do with each other. And Arma 3 is probably most realistic mil-sim third/first person shooter you can find out there. So yeah, this game is really different. There is no other game in the world that can match realism with this game, and that's exactly why I like it so much. So this game requires voice communication and interaction with other players in multiplayer, and it's a really big game. It's a game on a large scale, so it's like I said, first person/third person, mil-sim, tactical, realistic shooter, and it's a really different game. The experience you can find in this game can be found in any other game, in any other first or third person shooter game. There is just no way and there is anything like that. There are some maybe similar games like Arma 3, like Squad or something like that, but it still isn't good enough to like go above level of Arma, because the level of Arma 3 is just something completely else and it's completely different. Arma is just that kind of a game where you can feel that battlefield and you can really feel how it is to be in a war. So this game represents that perfectly. The sounds and the terrain and the way guns work and everything, like the bullet drops, realism, then communication and the interactions with other players. It's just so realistic. That's just how I feel it. You feel like you're playing some real life scenario. It's just really cool, and I don't know, I just found it very attractive. And like I said, Arma 2 was the first Arma game I have ever played in my life. When Arma 2 came out, it was my first time actually seeing Arma game, and since then I really fell in love with it. With Arma games, and just like I said, I've been since alpha here, and I can say that this game has made a really huge progress. Alright, this game is like very big right now. Maybe you haven't heard of it, but if you are looking for something realistic, and if you're really looking for something really tactical, and if you're looking something like closest to real life, Arma is definitely a way to go. But if you are looking for maybe arcade-ish style of shooting, like maybe Call of Duty and Battlefield, don't go to Arma, alright? That's just that zone for you. You're not gonna find this interesting or fun, because this is, like I said, something completely else. It's really like real life. It can be compared to real life. It's just like, it's more like a military simulation than a game, in my opinion, because it's so realistic. Like the way vehicles also work is realistic, like all that kind of stuff. You have many different types of weapons, calibers, type of clothing, attachments, and all of these stuff have their own characteristics and ways to go and ways they work. So it's really something different, something you can't find in any other game, and that's exactly why I love this game. So let's start talking about content of this game. Well, this game has so much content that I don't even know where to start from, honestly, guys. This this game is like so fucking big, so I don't even know where to start. My menu design is very simple and I really like it. You can play many different game modes and stuff in Arma 3. There are single player scenarios that are very fun to make. There are multiplayer scenarios that are also very fun to play. There is even in-game editor where you can create your own scenario and put it in a multiplayer or a single player. You can create literally whatever you want in that editor. It's so amazing. You can literally create your own campaign, you can literally create your own mission and then invite friends to play them. You can do whatever you can think of. This game has so much stuff and so much content that you can literally make out of it whatever you want if you try hard enough. In editor you can place every single unit, every single object, everything that exists in the game can be scripted and made in that editor, and you can do whatever you want. And that's definitely one good thing, because it allows players to do what they want and they can have fun the way they want to have fun. And in my opinion it's just very fun, and editor is definitely the thing where I spend most of my time in Arma 3. I personally created a few campaigns and it was really fun creating them and then playing them afterwards. But what I play mostly in Arma 3 is multiplayer, of course, and single player scenarios. Of course there is a workshop in Arma 3 and you can download fuck ton of mods, single player scenarios created from other people from community. Okay, so what is mostly played in Arma 3? Well, if you really want to have full experience in Arma 3, you can join a unit online where you are put with a group of people or clan or whatever you want to call it, and then you just go and play with those people. You can play on a modded servers, you can play on vanilla servers. I personally prefer vanilla. I'm not really a guy who loves complicated stuff and downloading all these mods and files and installing all that. It's kind of complicated to me and I really don't like modded stuff. But there are some mods I really like to play in Arma 3. One of them is definitely PLAYERUNKNOWN'S Battle Royale, which is original game mod created by a guy called PLAYERUNKNOWN'S, and that's actually daddy of PLAYERUNKNOWN'S Battlegrounds we're playing today. So yeah, actually a mod for Arma 3 called PLAYERUNKNOWN'S Battlegrounds is actually created by a guy who created PLAYERUNKNOWN'S Battlegrounds itself. So the mod is called PLAYERUNKNOWN'S Battle Royale, and it's just a mod you can download from a workshop, and it's a Battle Royale mod. And even though I own PUBG and play it on a regular basis every day, I still love to go back to Arma 3 mod and play mod, because it's different experience, it's more tactical, it's more realistic, it's more challenging, and the whole gameplay thing is completely different in Arma 3. It's just completely different experience in my opinion, and I still love to play mod because it can give you feeling and experience you can't find in PLAYERUNKNOWN'S Battleground, and that is what's personally very fun to me. If you're looking for vanilla PvP in Arma 3, you'll really have hard time finding that. The only PvP vanilla stuff to play in Arma 3 is King of the Hill and maybe Deathmatch, that is actually a gun game, and it's in my opinion not really fun. It's fun for the first few minutes, and after you win 1 or 2 matches it just really gets boring and you lose interest in it. But King of the Hill is definitely one of the most popular PvP game mods in Arma 3 Vanilla, and one of definitely most played PvP game mods in Arma 3, and from time to time I personally love to jump on these servers and play. It's very fun, but what I play most of the time in Arma 3 are single player scenarios downloaded from a workshop, and that's where a lot of people is playing. So this game is so big that people are playing single player content created by other people, so that's how cool this game is. So you can, just like I said, in editor you can create your own scenario and then publish it to a workshop where everybody can download it and play it, and you can play it in the co-op, you can play it in single player, depends by the scenario that was created. You can choose what you want to create and you can share it with other people, and and community, and it's so amazing. Then if we're gonna look at the vanilla multiplayer, what I usually play is co-op and Capture the Island mod. And I love to play on official servers. I love to play Escape or Combat Patrol. Zeus game mod is also cool. So those are the game mods I usually play in multiplayer because they are most played ones. There is also an RPG game mod with a lot of also server plugins and modded stuff. You don't really have to download anything. There are already loaded plugins and stuff on the server, so you can have fun with that. It's like Arma life mod. It's more like a GTA in Arma 3. I personally don't like playing that, but a lot of people loves to play it and goes for that option, and it's definitely also one of the most popular game mods to play out there. But it's just about you. What do you like to play? Just like I said, in my opinion, co-op and Capture the Island and official servers are definitely a way to go for me, and Battle Royale mod. That's what I play in Arma 3 most of the time, and that's what I'm gonna be recording on this channel from Arma 3 content most of the time. Actually, whatever you think of, and if you are creative enough, you can actually play it in Arma 3 and create it yourself. Just like I said, there is that editor. You can do all kinds of stuff. You can add even mods to editor and then make the modded missions or whatever. You literally can do whatever you want. You can even create mods on the workshop. There is a tool. You can create the mods yourself. It's one big game with I would say infinite amount of content. Alright, there is literally infinite amount of content for this game. There is just so much that you'll never ever try everything out. There's just no way. So yeah, that's pretty much what Arma 3 is about. And I personally like it because of that, because I think you can't find that in any other game or whatever, and it's just very cool. So Arma is definitely one game that is big game, and it has a lot of content, and it's very cool. Also, there is shit ton of DLCs for this game. I own all of them, and there is another DLC coming soon. It's called Tanks DLC, where there is going to be added a bunch of new tanks and vehicles, armored vehicles in the game, and they're gonna change driving mechanics and inside looking of those vehicles. They're gonna make it more realistic and real life looking. And that's what I love about this game. It's based on realism, on really tactical and military simulation stuff, and it's very cool. It's very cool, and in my opinion, it's very cool. It's really fun. If you want to go for it, and if you really want to try it out, I highly recommend this game. If you're looking for something really realistic, where you really want to have interaction with other players and feel what war feels like, definitely go for this game. You won't regret it. I can personally confirm that. Optimization of this game is also not perfect. You can actually load a virtual arsenal from my menu, and then you can edit your character and make him look like whatever you want. You can try out all kind of weapons that are in the game. Also, there is a virtual garage where you can try out all different kinds of vehicles. You can also decorate those vehicles, make them look whatever you like, and then also you can import that stuff in game and in editor. So it's really cool. It has a lot of content. There are showcases, tutorials for the game, so it definitely takes practice and time to learn how to play this game. It has a lot of confusing controls and everything, but once you learn, I promise it's very fun, and it's definitely a way to go. But the game has a lot of tutorials, like I said, and showcases that are imported already in the game, and those like base trainings or whatever, and you can learn a lot from that. Also, game has a really big campaign. There is a really big campaign, and if you have all the DLCs, well, there is a good week of playing in this game. I would say you have something to play for a week or two in campaign. Like it's a lot. It's really a lot of content, and that has been created over the years, so it really took a lot, but it's definitely cool. Optimization of this game is not really perfect. There are also sometimes frame drops and stuff like that. Some glitches and bugs, especially in multiplayer. It really depends by the server you play on. Official servers are definitely the best optimized servers, and all other community servers are a little bit less optimized, but really also depends by the number of players playing on that server. And ping and lag and everything, you know. So there is definitely still a lot of bugs and glitches in this game, but it's just like DayZ, game on a huge scale, really big maps and open world, and there is just really no way to eliminate all the bugs and glitches from this game. It's impossible. It's a game on a huge scale, just like DayZ, and it's impossible to eliminate all the bugs. I'm running this game all on ultra settings on R7 370 4GB graphics card and FX 8320 AMD 8-core Black Edition processor, 16GB of RAM, Kingston Fury Black Edition, and game runs pretty smoothly in 40 to 50, sometimes even 60 FPS most of the time. But like I said, game sometimes still has frame drops, and it really depends by the server you are playing on, number of players on that server, and it can have some serious issues sometimes. So frame rate also sometimes goes below 30, which is pretty critical, but it's just, like I said, a game on a big scale, and it's pretty impossible to eliminate all these issues with the game. But it's definitely much more optimized than DayZ. Like I said, don't compare this game to DayZ. It has nothing to do with it. It's only the same studio, but two different teams working on two different games. So these two games has absolutely nothing to do with each other. Maybe controls are similar and some sounds, like I said, but everything else is like completely different. It has nothing to do with each other. So yeah, if you are looking for a game with a lot of modded community content that is realistic, that is tactical, that is mil-sim, first person, third person, you can switch between first person and third person whenever you want. You can choose your play style. There are also some first person only servers and stuff like that, so it's really all about you and how you want to play it. And yeah, if you're looking for a game like that, definitely go for Arma. You won't regret it. But if you are expecting from Arma to be like more like Battlefield or Call of Duty, you are very wrong. Don't even try Arma in that case. You're gonna get very disappointed. This game is really complicated, and it takes a lot of time to learn how to play, like I said. But once you do, it's very fun, and you can have a lot of fun with this game. So if you wanna go for it, go for it. I highly recommend it. I've been there since alpha, and this game went to a whole new level since then. It's just really a lot of development, years of development, and they really did a good job on this, and they're still developing this game, importing updates on a regular basis, and this game is every day getting more and more players and content. Definitely go for it if you want. I highly recommend it. And yeah, that's it for Arma 3 review. I definitely missed a lot of stuff, but there is just so much stuff that there is absolutely no way to fit it in one video. So yeah, tell me guys down below in the comments, what do you think about this review. Leave a like if you like it, leave a dislike if you dislike it. Comment, share, subscribe if you want. You don't have to if you don't want to. And if you want, you can also ask me questions on my ask.fm, and you can join my Chris Facebook group and join us over there, guys. If you want, links are down below in the description. Of course, you don't have to do that if you don't want to. And yeah, that's it for this review. I hope you like it, and I'll see you in the next videos. Chris out.